Howdy, Ags. We're sitting down for another edition of Take 5 with Texas A&M catcher Bear Harrison. Bear, I'm going to throw 5 different topics at you, beginning with one, you being a NorCal kid. So what's the biggest difference between the state of California and Texas now that you're an Aggie?
I would say first off, the weather for sure. Never being in a humid environment was definitely something I had to get used to. Being from NorCal, we're pretty spoiled, and I didn't even know that really until I got down here, landed in Houston, and it was just scorching.
You get off the plane at IAH or Hobby and just
Yeah,
immediately start sweating?
exactly. That's how it was.
What do you miss most about back home? And I'll go ahead and say number one's obviously mom and dad.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. I'll save you from that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Obviously family, but I would say the ocean. I love going to the beach and swimming. There's not much of that out here, but yeah, I would say the beach for sure.
Are you a surfer at all?
Yeah, I used to longboard a little bit, not surf huge waves, but I'm more of a boogie boarder. Just catching barrels in the waves and all that stuff.
Any
Pretty fun.
California food that you miss that we don't have in College Station or the state of Texas?
I mean, not really. I actually really love the food here. Mexican food in California is a little different than the Tex-Mex they got going on here, but no, I think the Mexican food was probably the one thing I miss.
Topic number 2. Your brother Kyle's a big league pitcher.
Hmm.
So what were those wiffle ball games like as kids, him being a pitcher and you being a hitter?
Yeah, they were competitive. Ever since he got drafted, I mean, he hit too, and I pitched when I was younger, so we would switch, flip flop, throwing to each other and hitting. But yeah, it got really competitive, especially when I would beat him. He'd get pretty upset.
What is it like to see him begin his professional career and make his MLB debut with a hometown club like the Giants?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a couple years ago, but there's the career is so many ups and downs, and I think just seeing him do what he's done, it shows that it's very possible to get to that level, and I'm very proud of him. He's had a very just roller coaster kind of career as he got traded, sent back down to AAA and all that, and now he's in a relief role for the Red Sox. So yeah, I'm so proud and just astonished on how he's been able to overcome obstacles and just do what he's done.
Yeah, I saw he was part of the package for in the Rafael Devers
Yes.
trade.
Hmm.
What has been some of the best advice you might have picked up from him as you're on your journey to hopefully a professional career as well?
Yeah, it's a long process. One thing that my high school coach said is everyone has their own way of getting there. He got drafted out of high school. Hopefully I get drafted out of college. So everybody has a different route, and if you just keep your head down and work hard, I think that's the most important thing.
All right, topic 3. Those who might not know, your real name's Connor.
Yes.
But tell me about the nickname Bear, how that came about.
Yeah, kind of going back to my brother. I would go to his games when I was little, when I was around like 4 or 5 years old. I'd be climbing trees. I'd be throwing the ball against the wall, just creating kind of a ruckus, getting dirty, and everybody's like families around was like, he kind of acts like a bear. So I was just like, kind of stuck with me, and my parents just kept calling me that, and ever since I can remember, I've been named Bear pretty much.
What do you think makes a good nickname, and who are some teammates that have some good ones? Obviously, none of them as good as yours because yours is essentially your first name at this point.
Yeah, I think if everybody calls you it and and likes calling you that, I think it's a good nickname, especially if there's some meaning behind it. I'm trying to think of nicknames on our team. I know, like last year, go back to Jace Tubby. I mean,
Yeah.
that was created by Shot. It was pretty creative, so that one stuck with, which is pretty good.
Speaking of Hayden Schott and Lord Tubbington, what'd you think of Schott's custom Tubbington jersey he wore to the Notre Dame game last weekend? Did you see that at all?
Yeah, I saw it last year a lot to all the games here too. He's had that for a while. Yeah, he loves being a fan of Jace, I guess.
That's a pretty good jersey.
Yeah.
Topic 4, it's all about Bears favorites, okay? So we're going to go with your favorite team and maybe baseball player as a kid.
Okay, my favorite baseball team always growing up was the Oakland A's.
Okay.
It was tough being a fan because they never really go far, but I just loved going to the games when I was little, and I fell in love with a player named Coco Crisp.
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
heard of him?
The hair?
The hair.
For sure.
I loved the way he played the game. Even though he was an outfielder, I loved watching him. The A's were a fun team to watch back in the day.
Coco Crisp bounced around, had a really, really good career.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
As a catcher, I was thinking you'd go with somebody else.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan Lucroy had some time with them
Yeah.
as well, and
I
other
like watching
catchers.
the big dumper right now, Cal
Oh,
Riley.
dude.
He just hits bombs, and catches, and I love the way he plays right now.
I think he's got to win the MVP this year in the American
I'm
League.
pulling
No
for him.
disrespect to Aaron
Yeah.
Judge, but to do that as a catcher, just that's
It's
insane.
unbelievable.
All right, favorite movie?
I'm not a big movie guy, but I always liked Dumb and Dumber growing up.
Dumb and Dumber.
It's
Good
just a
pull.
classic.
Good pull.
Every single time I watch a movie, like I feel like I need to watch more, but I feel like I never have time to watch movies. But Dumb and Dumber was always one that I'd rewatch.
So are you a TV show guy instead, or you just not watch too much stuff?
No,
on
I don't
TV?
watch too much stuff on TV, honestly.
All right.
But
Do you have a favorite music artist you're listening to right now? Perhaps a favorite song that's on repeat in your playlist?
I've been loving Gunna for quite some time. His new album's pretty good, and I've been listening to a lot of country ever since I got to Texas. So I would say some Morgan Wallen and Gunna is probably my top two right now.
Morgan Wallen. Who put you on to country, or is it just kind of nature of being in College Station and being an Aggie?
I would say it's nature of being here, being an Aggie, but also my teammate Ben Royal. We spent a lot of time last year together, and he would always be playing country music. I'm like, hey, I kind of like this, and it kind of just fits the vibe of the city as well.
Oh yeah, perfect. Last one on your favorites. You mentioned Tex-Mex and Mexican food a little bit earlier. Is that your favorite food, or do you have something else you prefer?
I would say I'm not picky at all, but I would say when it comes down to it, I think Mexican food's my favorite.
Oh, it's elite.
Yeah.
Last topic for you, Bear, before we let you get out of here. What's the best / your favorite part of being a student athlete at Texas A&M?
Man, that's a tough question. Everything's so awesome here. I would say, as I'm looking at it right now, that dining hall is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
What comes with that, I go there every day. I'm probably going to go there right after this. The food there is amazing. But I think just being with everyone and having everything here at your fingertips, like, the academic mentors, the tutors, the school, the coaches here, everyone's just here to make you better, and that's just what I love about this place.
Do you have a favorite thing they prepare for you over at Clark?
I mean, you can't beat the ribeye night.
Ribeye night.
It's pretty legit.
Perfect. All right, Bear, appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. I know fall ball's coming up soon. We'll be sure to be over at Bluebell Park to check all of it out. And thanks you guys for tuning into this episode of Take 5.